So you guys know that I love lipstick. But I swear I've been having the worst time trying to make it look good lately. I'm just gonna stop worrying about this area, I think, and just anyway. I love lipstick. And I mean I don't think it looks bad right now. I think it looks pretty good. But I've been having trouble with this area. Anyway, hi. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day today. Welcome back to Makeup Looks Based on Books. So I think I should have done more of a look like this, lip look like this yesterday for the Cinderella story, because the lipstick I had on was just too much purple, and there's not a lot of purple in this look. So it should have been something more like this, maybe a little more red. Also, I know this look is very similar to the one I did yesterday. I will explain that in just a sec. Again, I am doing all the products that I used, and I know I purchased no gifts, no partnerships, and the book that I will be talking about today, I have no rights to. All rights belong to Cam Shea. Apparently, I am liking talking about Cam Shea books lately, which, I mean, they're really good books, guys. The book I will be talking about is called King Arthur and Her Knights. Well, okay, it's a series. It's a book series, actually. I'll show you. There we go. Sorry. We're not trying to break things. Anyway, King Arthur and Her Knights. There are 7 books in the series. Honestly, I've never been a huge fan of the King Arthur story. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just not something that I search out a lot. But this, I mean, I love the movie, The Quest for Camelot. One of my favorite kids' movies. Love it. But it's just not something that I normally search out. But this book series, it's so good. It's a different take on the King Arthur story. It's about this girl, Britt Arthurs, and she's a modern day girl. I want to say she's around 21 or her early 20s, and she goes to London to visit with some friends, and they go and see the Sword in the Stone. I want to say monument, but I don't know if that's what I'm looking for. Exhibit. There we go. The exhibit. And all her friends have touched the sword, and so finally it's her turn to go touch the sword. And she does not like the King Arthur story at all. She's not all about the King Arthur story. She doesn't like the whole King Arthur and Guinevere, Lancelot love triangle, which I don't blame her. I'm not that fond of that. I'm not that fond of that aspect of it either. But she goes to touch the sword, and all of a sudden she gets this weird zap, and she wakes up, and she's not in the same place she was. And there's this guy talking to her, and he's dressed kind of weird. And he tells her that she's the king now. She is now King Arthur. And, sorry, just noticed that I had some lipstick on my teeth. Anyway, so she is now King Arthur. And at first she's like, this is some kind of weird dream. What? This is not possible. I can't time travel. And she's convinced that one day she'll wake up and she'll go back. But over time, and they have to hide that she's a girl, because she is supposed to be Arthur, and Arthur is decidedly not a girl. Arthur is a boy. And there is a real Arthur, but he's run away. So they had to scramble for a new king. And Merlin, who was the guy who was talking, and Merlin is actually a young Merlin in this story. Honestly, I might have talked about these books before in an earlier video. I might have. Anyway, rehashing. So Merlin is a young Merlin in this story, in these series, and it's just about how they hide that she is a girl. And will people find out? You'll have to read it to find out. And just her adventures and how she changes the story. And like Cinderella in the other story that I talked to, I feel like she's not a girl who's going to worry much about makeup or worry much about her appearance, but she is fierce. Apparently, I'm also liking talking about fierce women. She is fierce, and she fights for what she believes in, and she fights for her knights, she fights for her kingdom, because over time, she comes to accept that this is her life now. And there's a little bit of romance. Honestly, I am a sucker for a romantic book. I love the romance. It's not a huge point in this story for most of the series. And you know what? I'm actually okay with that, because it's just a really good series. I love the romance when it comes by, but it's not the biggest point. But it's just a really good series. I highly recommend it. You guys should check it out. King Arthur and Her Knights by K.M. Shea. Hold on just a sec. Yes, baby. Okay, give me just a sec, and I'll get you some. Anyway, I hope you guys... But yeah, you should check it out. Great series. It's such a unique take on it, and I really appreciate that. So I hope you guys have a fantastic day today, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye!